Hey all, Tony Bing here. Hello and welcome to another Omega Items set video for Marvel Heroes Omega for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now, with this particular video, we've travelled all the way to northern Egypt for the Age of Apocalypse event and operation. Now, when you're actually playing this on Omega difficulty, you will of course have the chance for Omega items to drop, but you also have the chance for Omega items with actual sets that relate to Apocalypse and the Four Horsemen to drop as well. So you can have War, Death, Famine, Pestilence and also Apocalypse, and if you put them all together it's really pretty fantastic what they can offer. So we'll look at the Four Horsemen first, and then these all tie into the Apocalypse set item, which is fantastic. So let's check out the first one. It will be War. With this one then, when you hit with a sword, axe, knife, shield or staff power, you gain Weapons of War, increasing base damage and total deflect rating by 5% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 20 times. So in total that would be 100 base damage and also 100 deflect rating. I'm pretty sure it's deflect rating multiplier, because if it was flat deflect rating you'd essentially be invincible because everything would deflect. Now on top of that, if you also have the Armour of Apocalypse, which is again is a set we'll look at, whilst Weapons of War is at max stacks, you reduce the cooldown of your signature by 15%, so that's really pretty great. Obviously it can't be used on all heroes due to the tags, but for example on Captain America with shield and also the deflect rating multiplier and bonus he gets in his skills, this could really be something special. But let's look at the next one, which is Death. Now with this next set item, it has the potential to be exceptionally strong, but I will mention it's currently bugged and the bonus on it isn't working, so if you get it, hold on to it, but certainly don't use it yet. Now if we look at it, when you equip it you actually lose 5,000 health and 50% base damage. However, every enemy you defeat causes Soul Reap, increasing your base damage by 1.5% and your maximum health by 150, and it stacks up to 50 times and is lost upon death. So for 50 stacks you will be gaining 75% damage rating, and you also gain, let's see, it's 7,500 health. So in total that would be a bonus of 25% damage you gain if you take away the health and base damage that's reduced, and also 2,500 health. If you have the Armour of Apocalypse on, Soul Reap can stack an additional 50 times, so it's 100 stacks in total, meaning you gain 150 damage bonus. So we'll take off the 50 and that leaves us with 100% base damage bonus, 15,000 health. We remove the 5,000 health. Hope this is all making sense and you're keeping up, which would mean you can gain an extra 10,000 health there. So if you have the full 100 stacks, if we take everything away, you're looking at an additional 100% base damage and 10,000 health. Really pretty incredible. So we'll check out the next set now, and this is one that's really hard to find, and the picture was actually provided to me by UTaker1987, so thank you for that. And this set will be for Famine. So with this one, when you hit a boss enemy with a melee power, you drain their essence and you'll deal a set amount of damage that's actually based on the amount of damage you have per second, and you reduce their damage, so that acts as a weaken by 10% for 8 seconds. If you have the Armour of Apocalypse set on as well, draining an enemy's essence also restores 2% of your max health, so that's fantastic on high health heroes such as Colossus for example, and also increases your base damage by 20%, so pretty awesome there. But the next one we'll look at will be Pestilence. This particular set then is quite similar to Famine in that it works as a dot, so if you add the two dots together I imagine it would really be quite potent. But with this one, while in combat, cause plague onto nearby enemies, dealing a set amount of damage per second and increasing your total defense rating by 25%. If you have the Armour of Apocalypse set, when you defeat a plagued enemy they have a 20% chance to trigger a plague burst, dealing a set amount of damage to nearby enemies. Really quite fun as well. But let's look at the one that ties them all together now and makes them even stronger. This is the Armour of Apocalypse set. So we now come to the big daddy of this set. It's the Armour of Apocalypse. When you use your ultimate power you gain Power Overwhelming, increasing all attributes by 25 for 20 seconds. Because you have 2 primary attributes, we double that to 50. That makes a total 2,000 damage rating. If you have the mark of pestilence, you increase your base damage by 100% during power overwhelming. That's 4,000 damage, taking us up to 6,000 in total. If you have the mark of war, all attacks will be critical hits during power overwhelming. This just keeps getting better and better really. And if you have the mark of death, you cannot be killed during power overwhelming. And finally, if you have the mark of famine, you have unlimited spirit during power overwhelming. So all the actual buffs, if we add in when power overwhelming is not up, are fantastic. But if you actually add in when you use your ultimate as well on top of that, you've got the guaranteed crits, you've got the 6,000 damage rating, you're invincible, and if you're on a character whose ultimate is level 20 and a mega prestiged, you're looking at a 6-minute cooldown, potentially lower, through the infinity system. So really amazing set, and I'm hoping in future when we go up against bosses, let's say for the Muspelheim raid or Surtur, I'm hoping we'll have a interesting set for him as well. So as always, I hope this video was helpful. If there's any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll see you all again soon.